In 1915, the Purity Distilling Company needed a tank, a big one, to hold 2.3 million gallons of molasses.
Arthur Jell was the man in charge of the money. He wasn't an engineer. He just liked low prices.
This molasses is going to make us millions.
It's going to cost you everything, Arthur. I'm a financial genius. I don't need an engineer.
He needed an engineer.
Arthur Jell ordered steel half the thickness it should have been, to save a few bucks.
It makes the steel easy to work with. It also makes it snap in the cold. Deliciously brittle.
The sound of the molecular structure giving up.
The math didn't add up. The steel was too brittle for the pressure. They were too far apart, like Arthur Jell's brain cells during a budget meeting.
This way to the street.
The tank was built in a hurry. The rivets were crying before the first gallon went in.
The tank was too heavy for the ground. It was sinking before it was even full.
The sound of a billion-pound mistake. He wants more money for bolts? Throw it in the trash.
Huh? A monumental failure of urban zoning. Kids and syrup bombs don't mix.
A bit late, don't you think?
We'll skip the safety tests. It's just syrup, he said. What's the worst that could happen? A catastrophic testing failure visualized through dimming lights and a low rumble.
By 1916, the tank was groaning. Brown molasses was oozing out of every seam.
It's like a leak faucet, boss. Just paint it, Larry. Paint it brown.
Did Arthur Jell fix the leaks? No. He painted the whole tank brown to hide the molasses. Genius.
Hide the cracks. Hide the guilt.
It was a beautiful dead end. A chain of fools.
Wait, that's not right. Just paint it brown.
1919 was a long year for Arthur Jell.
Come on! Hold it together!
The bottom of the tank was under more stress than Arthur Jell at a tax audit.
I'm gonna burst!
The tank couldn't breathe, so it coughed up 2 million gallons.
Give me air! A millimeter? That's nothing. That's everything, Steve.
January 15th, a sudden heat wave. The molasses inside started to ferment and expand.
At 12:40 p.m., the rivets turned into bullets. The apocalypse had a sweet, metallic smell.
The rivets were the first to go. Bing! Bing! Boom!
The base gave out first. The whole thing launched like a rocket.
The sound of 26 million pounds hitting the pavement. The rhythm of 21 lives lost.
A 2 million gallon tsunami.
moving at 35 miles per hour, faster than an Olympic sprinter. It didn't just wet you, it crushed you with the weight of a mountain.
Licking the streets of Boston clean of everything. Is that a mountain? No! It's desert! And it's coming fast!
Hey, Rob, take that, Arthur Jell! See ya next time the rivet snaps.
The syrup was so heavy it crushed the steel tracks. A train was hanging in the air.
The sound of 20 houses being turned into firewood. The firefighters were trapped in their own home by a pancake topping.
The siren is underwater in the brown.
The sound of a city being swallowed by a pancake topping.
It was the stickiest race in human history.
The North End is underwater, or under syrup.
The monster that never stops pulling. Gravity and viscosity were a deadly team. Once you were in, you didn't get out.
It's like quicksand!
Help! I'm a sticky cat now. I hate 1919.
How did that get there?
The syrup.
It's a miracle! The city is brown! No, Margaret, it's a disaster!
Focus on the failure.
I'm not coming out until the smell goes away.
Anarchists did it!
Arthur Jell tried to blame a bomb. The court looked at the thin steel and his brown paint and said, "Nice try, Arthur."
They even checked for dynamite. They just found bad engineering. No bomb, just a cheap boss.
He didn't tour. He just went to court. In silence.
The largest legal battle in Massachusetts history. 119 lawyers in one room.
We're gonna dig for the truth, and it's gonna be sticky. It was the heat. No, it was the greed.
They all saw the brown paint. They all saw the leaks. Arthur Jell was out of excuses.
They proved that the tank container was built to fail. Physics doesn't care about your profit margin.
Sound charging. Audio begins with a man speaking for tumbling, as if giving testimony.
Is this perfect?
No.
Tastes like litigation and brown sugar.
Guilty of being cheap.
That's the sound of the courtroom gavel.
It took 6 years, but the company finally had to pay $1 million. The cost of being cheap. Arthur Jell had to open the wallet. It was painful.
My gold! My sweet, sweet gold!
The final word on the 1919 budget.
Gloop, send, help, and more soap.
They used salt water to clean it. It just made a solly, sticky mess.
It took 87,000 man-hours. They had to use brushes to scrub the syrup off the cobblestones.
Scrub, scrub! The smell won't leave.
The rhythm of regret.
I'm cleaning syrup with syrup. This is a monumental fiasco.
They spent more on scrubbers than the tank cost in 1915. They changed their name, but everyone knew who they were. The Molasses Monsters. For 2 years, Boston was known as the Sticky City, a monumental failure of branding.
The North End is now the Brown End. The only trophy in the North End.
The largest cup of tea in history. But with molasses.
I'm a chocolate sea now.
Legend says on hot days in the 1950s, you could still smell the molasses. A monumental memory.
The final word on the 1919 season.
That's the sound of the foundation failing.
"8 feet deep? I'm gonna need a taller manager."
It was the weirdest story in the world until 1920, which was 20 minutes later.
Extra! The city is a cookie! The rats were happy.
Finally, a buffet for us.
Welcome to Rat Boston. It's sweet.
I was a maintenance log. Now I'm a tragic poem about brown paint.
Because of Arthur Jell, you now need a permit and a real engineer to build a tank. Finally.
Safe at last. No brown paint allowed.
Is it solid? Check the paint. Now we test your soul as well as your math. Will you paint over the crack?
I'll check the thickness 3 times, sir.
It proved that profit isn't thicker than molasses.
He's gone. But the ghosts are still here. Watching.
He's still watching. He still thinks the brown paint was a good idea. The apocalypse of 1919 is finally silent. 2 years later, the North End is finally quiet. And very, very brown.
I just wanted to be a cookie.
21 people dead, 150 injured, and the whole city smelled like a bakery from hell.
A monumental failure of the treasurer. A tragic triumph for the wave.
Never again. I'm a savory man now.
Maybe I shouldn't have used the cheap paint.
Arthur Jell was never allowed near a steel tank again. Or a paintbrush.
He's gone, but the smell of molasses is eternal. Next! Next! Bring me a concrete pillar!
The man who painted over a disaster until it exploded.
I saved 50% on the steel! I'm a hero! You're a fiasco, Arthur.
The ultimate flip-flop on safety. Small, weak, and easily popped.
Small, weak, and under too much pressure.
He left his mark. Mostly on the North End streets.
From a 35-mile-per-hour wave to a 12-mile-per-hour run, we've slowed down since Arthur Jell.
Why does it smell like brown sugar here?
History, Steve. History.
We still ignore the minor leaks until they aren't minor anymore.
Is it safe yet?
Yes, Steve. They used 4,000 extra bolts.
There's a hole where the North End used to be.
Legend says they're still trying to find the missing rivet to this day. To Boston, the world's most successful sticky fiasco.
Better. It was the biggest story in the state until the 20s.
The insurance budget just bounced. Bye. Bye.
Boston is still sticky. Arrogance built it. Math broke it. A monumental failure of materials. A tragic success for the law of physics. A monumental failure of greed.
Read it, Arthur! Read it! A monumental failure of the treasurer. A tragic triumph for the syrup. Denied. Go back to the bank, Arthur. Take that, tank! We have inspections now.
The accountant just looked at the settlement bill and fainted.
Look at that. It's practically glowing with Arthur Jell's hubris.
History is messy, especially in Boston.
The North End is silent. The math is settled.
Check your rivets. Check your paint. Or just stay home.
The final rivet of the story.
And that's the end of the 1919 season. Gravity always wins, especially when the syrup is fermenting.
Subscribe! Don't let your YouTube feed get stuck in the mud or the molasses. This subscription is a truly monumental opportunity.
Don't believe him. He's already got the brush out.
Give us a like. It helps pay for the 87,000 hours of scrubbing.
Cha-ching! Mistakes are expensive. Subscriptions are free.
A story of triumph. And a lot of sticky cobblestones.
Send us your fiascos. We have molasses to spare.
And don't forget to check the steel thickness. Wicked sticky out there. Bye-bye.